Hey guys, haven't done a video for a couple of years, but I thought now would be a good time. Level 1 schedules. If there's one thing that I really want to push into the industry, it's not just the use of technology, the use of smart databases, but it's how we organize and just plan the work. And nothing is better than a good level 1 schedule. And I've never seen a good application that lets us build level 1 schedules. Now, there are things out there. There's something called Milestone Pro, there's NetPoint. I mean, there's just PowerPoint and Excel. But I've always found those sort of a bit lacking for just general, I don't know, for a layman to build something. And with the advent of AI, it's actually pretty easy for someone to get creative on what they want to see. And well, that's what I did. So I'm going to show you my view of what a level 1 schedule application should be, and this is actually fully functional and kind of cool. So here it is. Obviously, um, it's a logic block diagram. We should all know what that is, but there's a couple rules to it in that when I put in relationships, you're only allowed to use a finish start relationship because again, this is a level 1 world. You shouldn't be doing start start finish finishes in a level 1 world. Things should progress from a phase A to a phase B to a phase C, and that's a finish start relationship. So yeah, build logic finish start. Now I do allow you to put in a lag, so you can do a positive lag after something to represent some period of time where you might be waiting for something or something like that. But yeah, built something pretty nice to showcase going through stage. This is a stages of a FEL3 study, going from a project startup into a finalization of report. It will showcase a critical path through all the logic links. And what's really interesting about that is that sometimes people show activities as being critical, and what's actually causing the criticality is your logic between the activities. It's a sort of like a arrow node thing that we talk about a lot, but this is me just putting it into a logic block diagram and highlighting the criticality through the logic relationships. And you can trace where the activities are that are linked in, and those are obviously the critical activities. Just a nice little view. There's also some other applications to this in that not only can you do level 1 schedule, but you can also do some other things. I'm just gonna drag this across. Maybe zoom in a little bit. And that there's other things where we've got construction logic block diagrams. So in early phases of jobs, you might be trying to decide, well, you're laying out how the project is actually going to be constructed and commissioned. And so often, the application that you're using is an Excel file, or at least the construction commissioning guys are just putting this stuff together in some pretty Excel file. It's not an application. And it's like, well, give these guys an application that they can actually use and drop in specific activities underneath the work pack. And there's lots of things you can do where you could put a whole bunch of these together and put a nice little, where my mouse is, you can do a look at all the dates. You can export this all to an Excel file that you could import into a planning tool, but this is not really well, at least from the scheduling point of view, this is not a level 2 schedule and level 3 schedule. This is not Primavera. This is not detail. It's really just how you would frame a project, define it, and actually, I think during delivery of jobs, you should also be continually referencing back to, where am I in my original view? And you could update it pretty quickly. So, yeah, anyway, this is my little application for level 1 logic block diagrams. And obviously keen to hear what other people think. And if there's any use to it, well, it is a live application that I guess you guys could use. Anyway, all the best and thanks, and curious for your thoughts. See you guys.